Good morning everybody and welcome back to Europa Park. It's a rather misty morning here for the winter season. It's great to be back, my favourite time of the year to visit. And I will admit I was here yesterday on hotel check-in day for a few hours. It was absolutely fantastic. It was a Saturday and I still managed to get about 9 or 10 rides in the evening. The park is beautiful at night. You can probably hear the music in the background. You've got loads of decorations. The music combined with it, the fantastic entrance here. I'm staying off site so I can't enter through the back of the park, but it's alright. Nice 10 to 15 minute walk to the park. But before we get in and ride some rides, we'll just look outside of the entrance because it's a beautiful place to be. I mean, every area in the park has been decorated really well, so you won't be disappointed in whatever area you go into. But yeah, here we are, the fountains outside. 50th anniversary year here at Europa Park. They're very proud of that as well. You'll notice that around the park they've got a big 50th anniversary sign just through the turnstiles there. It's about 10:15 at the moment and the park opens at 11 AM, open till 7 PM minimum. They will extend the hours though, so just warning you, if you do come, no matter what time of the year, they may extend the hours. Like yesterday it was 8 PM. From 7 PM, so yeah, you can get lucky. And it wasn't even that busy yesterday, so yeah, 20-minute queue for the major rides yesterday. Yeah, we could probably get to start with something like Voltron, wake ourselves up. Yeah, let's get in through the turnstiles of our annual pass and get the day going at a rather misty Europa Park. Do you know what? It seems really busy at the moment. It's a very hustle and bustle at the moment. Lots of foot traffic, but it's alright. Everyone's in the festive mood, which I really like. They don't actually call it Christmas though, which is surprising. They call it the winter season here at the park. And I get it, it is the winter season, but most of the park is covered in Christmas trees. Like here outside the information kiosks. I think that's where the Monte Carlo line's going to be at some point. And I don't know if that's next year. I've not really talked about that much. Yeah, there were some snowmen up there. And I was here last year, if you don't remember, but I think there's some details there different and I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, it's a great entrance. Nice big open area for some photos. Yeah, I'll show you the 50th anniversary side in a second, because this is one of the things I really wanted to get a picture of yesterday. Managed to do it. It's one of those parks that looks better at night because the cameras don't really do it justice. You see these lights, they're alright, but it's this side I was all about. Very good. Quite hard to get a picture without getting people in the frame, but it's alright. Station up there, EP Express, that goes through the hotels as well. You got Voltron to the left here in the Germany area. Yeah, it's such a great central street. If I remember rightly, they did have a snowing effect last year. Don't know if they got that this year, but I might be remembering that wrong, I can't remember. But the architecture is always the best thing about this area. It's got one big ride which is Voltron, and that'll probably get the longest queue yesterday. I think that was 25 minutes when I was looking. Yeah, it's not one of my favourites. Yeah, just look at it. I love the Christmas trees. And when I mean the park is dominated by the Christmas trees, I mean it. Your nutcrackers. And you'll notice one thing in a second. I get around the corner here at the top of the area, but you're not able to cut through the traditional way. They make you go for a Christmas market, which I kind of like, but a lot of the foot traffic getting through there, and it can get pretty hectic. You see what I mean about the Christmas trees? They're all through the alley there. And you've got a 50th anniversary topiary there. And one thing I'm not a massive fan of this park, I don't really mention it in the previous vlogs from here, but it's dominated by the Mac family. They're very proud, and I understand it, but if that's one thing I have to mention I wasn't a fan of, it is that you see that literally everywhere. With their 4D cinema, you got all like the Mac stuff, of like the Grand Prix Adventure, you've got everything really. There's even drain covers with Europa Park on it. In fact, they've opened it up. Yeah, we'll come back to the Christmas market at some point, but yeah, it's just to the left here. Yeah, it's fantastic. And I'm going to try my best to get off-road shots on this trip, but I'll probably just do on-road PVs mainly. Get a few off-road shots here and there, because it's quite a big park and there's quite a lot to do. I think even 3 days is not really enough if you want to take a leisurely stroll on the park. Yeah, about to enter the Italy area. You can wait in two parts. You can go around here to the left, right by the exit to Villa da Vinci, which is a nice family ride. Or you can enter to the rest of the park just by the exit, just down the bottom here. So, yeah, fantastic. We'll get to Voltron in a second. I still haven't learned to stop waffling, have I? And as usual, everyone rushes down to Voltron. Bit of a free-for-all really. You'll remember back to the Voltron opening day in April 2024. Bit chaotic. In fact, they've actually held people here. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. This is the main queue. Is this the main queue? Is this thing rather open? I don't know, but we're going to wait in this main queue anyway. Should be no more than 15-20 minutes, I reckon. For good operations, but we'll find out. Yeah, we didn't have to wait for that outside. We went round the queue. It's all for the main queue, and then just went into this thing right. They were pretty simple. I felt a bit guilty though, but I wasn't really barging in, so. But here we are. I might wait a minute or two, see if we get the electric show with the electric coils. They have changed it. I usually the best when they open the ride. I much preferred it, and yeah, you see there the electric coils. There's 3 of them. Nikola Tesla here, is it all themed to him?
On a small scale, my experiments with living beings were successful. Well, at least partially.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, I can't wait to get on. It shouldn't be that long. There's no one on the stairs there, so we should be good. So here we go. I'm not sure if this is going to work, this new camera, but it's brand new. I'm going to try it out on Voltron. So for all I know, I could be pointing towards the sky, but we'll see. Yeah, first ride of the day. On the outside seat though, so that might be a problem. So we'll see. Yeah, the operations are fantastic. This moving walkway is amazing. It works so well. I don't think I've ever seen this stop apart from once. So yeah, constantly moves. Once that other train moves, once it goes through the opening sequence, this will slowly get up to the centre and make its way round, one after the other, constantly. Yeah, very nearly there. Nearly there. Here we are. Woo! Yeah. You got a bit of trick track element. Ready for the Lord. Oh, it's misty. Oh, it is shaky this morning. Oh. I take that back actually. Ento. They haven't got the smoke effects on and the turntable. I had 2 rides yesterday and it still didn't have it on, so. And that mist you see, that's just a natural mist from outside, so. Yeah, I have no idea if this camera's working, you're probably laughing your heads off. Here we go. I don't know why, but sometimes it goes the other way around there, but yeah, interesting. Ready for the backwards launch? Ready, go! Oh. Oh, cold. Woohoo! It's actually running pretty well. Right, there no. So intense. Well, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was. There we go. You know what? That actually wasn't that bad. Initially, at the start of the layout, I thought, yeah, it's a bit shaky, but yeah, I just think it was a bit of a track. Yeah, fairly smooth for Voltron standards. Outside seat on the third row, really punchy launches, very intense. Great inversions, but it's one of those rides that I can't do non-stop. Some people could just go around and get in and again and again, but I'm just not a massive fan of doing it on this ride. It's too intense. Sort of like the Smiler in that regard. It's still much better than the Smiler because, yeah, there's some great elements on there, some great theme and the great queue line. You didn't get to see the electric music show, but yeah, you have to really be standing there just waiting for it. But yeah, it's a good ride to start of the day. I wouldn't say any one element is my favourite, but yeah, I think maybe the trick track at the start, the drop track, the first launch, the vertical launch, and in the cold weather. It's actually really fun in the cold weather. It wakes you up. If you've not had some great sleep, it will wake you up. So yeah, really good ride to start of the day. But yeah, nothing different from the last time I rode it. Yeah, bits I like, bits I don't like, but overall it's a pretty solid ride for Voltron, but not one of my favourites. And there it goes behind me. After that ride there on Voltron, here to see Nicola Tesley's beautiful Croatia. I think this is a new show. I'm not entirely sure. Is it in the Dome? It's in the area. So it's a short show, so I'm looking forward to seeing it. Apparently it's a 3D screen. Yeah, I don't know too much else. But yeah, here we go. Oh, wonky camera. There we go, there's the entrance. It's in some sort of building. I couldn't find the entrance to start with, but here we are.
Hallo, darf ich mich vorstellen? Nicola Tesley, Erfinder, hier aus Kroatien. Ich habe einen höchst erstaunlichen Apparatus entwickelt und möchte ihn euch vorführen. Ich kann Öl in einen Energiestrahl einspeisen und in Form elektrischer Blitze von hier
I don't know what made me think that was 3D, but it's one of those 360 cinemas. Just that tree just cutting off the name of the cinema there, but 360 cinema. All to do with Croatia. I don't really know much about the country, to be honest. All I know is Voltron there is in the Europa Park Croatian, and so yeah, that's the exit. You've got Winterland just behind it. We will go there soon. I just want to go through the Greece rides first. There's a lot I really want to do today. It's going to be an action-packed vlog. Like I said, I can't promise some off-ride shots, but I've got a couple in there already from Voltron. So yeah, on our way to Atlantis Adventure. To really like, just to the left of the Croatia area, as you go into Greece over here, you've got Atlantis Adventure, you've got the Poseidon exit, then you've got a Pegasus right at the back of the area. Yeah, here we are in Croatia. It's actually not that cold. I think it said 5 degrees today, but I've even took my other jacket off, so it's actually not that bad. It's a bit of a faff really as well. Trying to put that not GoPro, my new DJI action cam on with the chest mount is kind of difficult really, with 2 jackets on. Be wrestling with it, but here we go. About to go into the Greece area. Atlantis Adventure doesn't normally have a queue, maximum 5 minutes, so you should be able to get on there pretty quick. Great little dark ride. Some of these are underrated rides that you don't really hear about that often. That'd be one of the top rides in most parks. So.
is wel grappig dat die dan bij zijn bedrijf staan, want normalerwijs staat die niet voor de rij.
So yeah, it's a bit of a longer queue than I thought. Still walking pretty quick, because it's one of those, it's not an omnimover as such, but it's one of those rides that is constantly moving. I love these kind of rides. It's like the roller coasters, isn't it, with the moving belts, moving walkways, pretty cool. Yeah, it should be no more than 5 minutes, I reckon. Haven't stopped moving yet. Some great theming in these queue lines. Underrated. Normally you walk pretty quickly down here. It is one of the shooting star rides, but I don't really tend to focus on that, especially on this ride. When I've rode it before, it's not actually that I focus on. It's the story, really. Even though I don't really understand it, it's got some great theming. Same as Madame down in the French area. See, look at these channels down here, these put-offs. It's really nice. Yep, less than 5 minutes. I totally forgot as well, you can move the cart with this. Not have the station yet, but yeah. I'm going to try and make some full ride videos for you on my last day. I love doing those, where I'm not talking when I'm shooting the ride. But you can shoot it, but I'm not going to. You've got one laser there, one laser gun there. Don't know if that's a name. Yeah, I'll shut them now. Look at some theming. I think I may have butchered the on-ride footage there. Trying to take pictures as well. Enjoy the ride, Daniel. I'm trying to make a good vlog. Here we are in the Greece area, Mykonos. Yeah, the exit of Atlantis Adventure actually comes out right into a great view of Poseidon. And there are people on Poseidon, so. But again, yesterday it was only 5 minutes maximum, so. Yeah, shall we have a witness ride on Poseidon? Yeah, we might as well. I might use the old POV for this one, everyone. So, I apologise for that. It's a bit of a faff. I'm learning how to use it probably at the moment. So, yeah, I'm probably going to have an old POV on this one. So no talking from me, no yattering. Matin Blitz. Yeah, that normally has about a 20-25 minute queue. Any time of the year, really. Yeah, it's getting a bit chilly now. I can feel a bit of a wind chill in the air. Here we are. It's beside it. And yeah, the boats are pretty full for winter, really. And I'm probably in the wrong spot now, so I better hurry it up. Because you can get a bit wet here. And you know what? Actually, I think they're running less boats. Might be able to catch this one coming around at the moment.
Ich glaube, ich war gerade etwas ein.
So yeah, that's a really fun ride that is, Pegasus, and that great family Youngstar coaster. Really nice and smooth, some nice swooping bends. Really fun actually. Kind of bulky restraint, so I have kind of a big bag today. I made a mistake and didn't bring my drawstring bag, so yeah, it's right underneath beside it. And you do get wet in the queue line if you're not careful. If you stopped in one specific spot, it starts dripping. A nice fun ride, some great theming in the queue line. You didn't really see much there, but yeah, not much to see really in the queue line. You see one of the bends, but that's about it really. Yeah, but straight on to beside and I don't know what I'm doing there, so I'm going to regret it there on, but yeah, I have waited in the queue that has stopped on this stairs, so yeah, I'm not going to take my camera on for this one, I don't think. I do have a PV on the channel if you want to check that out. Yeah, I've said before that I'm not a massive fan of the coaster element of this, no, I'm still not. But from off-ride, it doesn't look too bad. Yeah, I might have to come back through the queue line to get some pictures after this ride, because you do miss a bit if you walk onto the ride. It's great lighting. It's one of the fantastic queue lines in the park, but it's very underrated. I would walk through this queue line just to see that, to be honest. And it's sort of queue line like WODAN, where you don't really want to miss the main queue, because there's so much detail in there. Like, you've got these faces as well. You see, I can't stop because it's walk on. This is normally not walk on, it's about 30 minutes and stuff. So, yeah, I should be able to get on straight away. even in the foggy and misty weather, this park is absolutely beautiful. And that was a solid ride there. It wasn't as jolty as I expected it to be, so I've had some really jolty rides on there, on Poseidon, but yeah, a little bit side to side, but it was alright. They're running reduced capacity at the moment, so they haven't got an unloading bay and a loading bay. They've got it cordoned off at the moment. As you can probably tell, it's very light on action. You normally got a boat all the time coming around here. This is the little area up until the station. You could just be able to see in there, maybe see some lights, but it's just beautiful, isn't it? I just love the Greek theming. I love Greek theming in any part of life, really. Here we go, another empty boat. And you don't really get wet on that, really. I don't see a problem with going on there in the winter. Just a bit of a drizzle, really, not too bad. Yeah, it's just stunning. I'm in awe of this park. I want to talk all the time about all the different details, but sometimes you just want to let the camera do the speaking, don't you, really? And let the park do the speaking. Yeah, it's a fair few boats, but it's alright. They're only, like I said, only one loading station. I normally have two, actually, so I got that wrong, didn't I? I got that backwards. It's normally two loading stations. At least I think there is. But yeah. We're going to go on the rest of the, walk around the rest of the area, maybe go on Cassandra's Kitters, which is just to my right here. And then you got Winterland, one of the entrances to Winterland, the new area for this season, for the 50th anniversary. But I might go round to the other side of Croatia and enter that way. So yeah, let's go on Cassandra's Kitters. A great Mac Madhouse, not one of my favourites, but it's pretty solid. Yeah, actually, before I do that, I'm going to go around to over to the other side of the Poseidon and get some off-road shots.
Oh, stimmt, und sie uns austricksen. Wir dürfen ihr nicht glauben. Schnell weiter.
Oh, it's very trippy. Oh wow. Always gets me. Yeah, it's the same with the Coma, the madhouses. These madhouses are just pretty lacklustre, aren't they? Yes, the music's fine and the theming is great, but there's nothing going on in the centre of the right vehicle. I think that's what it's called, is it a right vehicle? But there's just nothing really going on apart from the music, really. You spin quite quick on that one as well. And yeah, it just seems a bit odd that you don't get that sensation, do you? Like that forced into your seat sensation on that one, which I find kind of weird. But yeah, you got the things in the seats to hit your back. I don't know how they work, some sort of trigger. But yeah, fairly short ride cycle, or nothing going on in the centre of the ride, on the actual ride. But even the one at Legoland, even though that's a Vekoma, that one has at least a few more lights. That one, I think it's just dominated by the music really, and it's the pre-show. There wasn't really any pre-show. If I remember rightly, there was sort of some sort of pre-show before, even if it was only 1 or 2 minutes. We were just straight into the ride room, ride area. Yeah, pretty lackluster. One of the worst rides at the park. It's not completely horrible. It has got some redeemable qualities, but yeah, it is alright. Finally making our way now into the Winterland area. This is new for 2025. I'm not sure if it's going to be for maybe next year or not, or it's just specifically for the 50th anniversary, but yeah. I remember this bit for the extended queue line for Voltron. You would go around the outside, right down there, and that's where I've just walked through. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I do like these. I've seen them somewhere else in the park. I can't remember where I saw them, but like makeshift benches. Ooh, what's this? You have got some food and drink here. Got the usual stuff like frankfurters and stuff. Some nice theme in here, like a paddle steamer. I thought that was a paddle steamer to start with. Got a Santa here. It is a paddle steamer. Is that what it's called? A Donald Dumper. You got it in English? Oh, it's the newbie steamer. They have got that, haven't they? They have got the ride, but it's not open during the winter. That's over on the Lake Europe area, in the Austria area, sorry. You can pause if you want to read that. I won't bore you, I'm not a historian. Yeah, it does feel very wintry. We've got a snowman over here. Is that an old Danube? Is that actually from the ride? Because it looks like it is. It does look familiar. I haven't actually ridden that before. Because that's what rings a bell. That flag there rings a bell because I've seen it in that area. So it must be an old boat, or maybe temporarily it's one that is actually actively in service for the ride. So yeah. Do you know, I forgot to mention as well, the Atlantica mascot, Snorri. I saw that in the Nikola Tesla show. It's kind of funny. You've got a garland there. I got it right, it's not tinsel. Yeah, there's the Dirty Mageddon. Yeah, they have got some Fetagram rides as well, which I'm not a massive fan of the look really. I know they're temporary and that's the look they're going for, but I'm still not a massive fan of it. And you got a bar over here. And what I really want to see is the ice sculptures. I think that's where it is there in that dome. Yeah, I like the fit. It does feel like it's a market, doesn't it, really? Like a market vibe. I know Christmas markets are a big deal out here in Germany, so I'm not sure we have to wait to get in that ice sculpture dome, or whatever it's called. I'll find out in a second. Yeah, I look forward to seeing that. You have got this Circus Review. I don't know how to pronounce that, probably butchering it. Yeah, I'll put in some highlights of that. I'm probably going to see that on my third day, but I'll put in the highlights for this day one vlog. There's plenty to do at the park. Circus show I'm looking forward to sitting. Again, I don't really know much about all the themes of the stuff here. Like that circus show is Monte Carlo, meets Europa Park, the circus show. Yeah, I'm going to go and have a look at the ice sculptures now. Seems like a fun idea. Oh, it's cold. It's definitely cold. Oh, look at this. Nice 50th anniversary sign. Yeah, of course it has to be cold. There's loads of ice sculptures, Daniel. Oh, look at this. That's really nice. So how have they done that? That's not real snow. Is that real snow? They've done something. They're really nice. Oh, is that Ed Euromouse? Is that Ed Euromouse? I can't tell. Yeah, I can't really tell. Yeah, I need to get some pictures. Yeah, but I'll get those pictures after I get on day 3, sorry, then I'll have enough time then. Yeah, because they batch you in certain groups. You don't when you have time to just stop and take pictures and dawdle. I'll try my best to get some pictures for Instagram, etc. But yeah, I don't want to get in people's way. Look, stunning. Nice train here. It's very cold. My hands are freezing. Here we have the Max. Of course, I told you about that. They're very proud. And here's the exit. That is very cold. That is very cold indeed. Oh, much better. That is so cold. It's got to be minus, surely. Yeah. I don't know why they dropped us in here. That's the exit. This is the Eiffel Tower. I think this is part of it, isn't it? Oh, it's all to do with the history, the 50th anniversary, of course. They have got on exhibitions over by Silver Star as well, which I may have touched on in the previous vlog from there in July. Yeah, there's probably a lot more people who know much better about this part than I do. I don't really know much about it at all. I only started visiting last year. Again, the Macs are everywhere. They're very proud. Pictures galore. But I do really love that the ice sculptures in there. You've got Roland. I think is it Roland Mouse or what's the actual name? It's Ed Urim. Oh, sorry. Yeah, they have a little race car as well. They have the train. I think they may have some old drive vehicles in here. I'm not sure. Is this from that the car ride in the rush hour? I can't really tell. Is this from an old ride? I'm trying to figure out. 1975. Yeah, I don't really know. You'd have to tell me in the comments. Some nice models here. Yeah, I don't really know much about the history of this park. I've never really looked into it. It's more the modern stuff now, isn't it? I only really know Europa Park from last year. When I first visited, it was last April, just before Voltron opened. Yeah, it's really nice and some classic. It looks like some classic ride vehicles in here from the past. Some nice Christmas trees as well. Yeah, it's awesome. And I love that they have that up there. It goes through it. I think it goes through it every year from 1975 when the park opened. Beautiful. Here we have made our way over to Euromere. It's such a shame that this is going to be leaving the resort at some point in the future. We don't know when exactly, but all we know is it's going to be a new roller coaster. I've been hearing things about a family coaster. I don't know if that's true. Maybe they're going to bring an extreme spinner. I have seen that rumour as well, so I don't really know what the deal is or what they're going to do. Yeah, it's an alright ride. I just recently uploaded an on-ride POV. I'm not a massive fan of this spiral lift on this. No, there's nothing really going on. It's just darkness, really. Very good at the operations, though. Very good. Well, they did have some problems last time I was here with the reliability. Oh, look. Is that Sundays? Yeah, a couple of Sundays there. Yeah, it's all themed to a space station, this. And apparently, the new area, this is going to turn into like a space-themed area. Space exploration or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but again, 50th anniversary decorations around the area. You've got garland and baubles up the post there. I'm not sure what the queue time is, but we'll have a look. Maybe you're right, give it a ride. Oh, 15 minutes, yeah, we'll give that a go. Yeah, 15 minutes. I can't remember the last time I went down the main queue. Normally I get like a, what's it called? You know, that virtual lighting system they have. I normally use that if I can get lucky. Yeah, we'll see. Oh, I got a trommel. I totally forgot they had a trommel. Oh, tilt track. They have a tilt track too. And this one has a spiral at F, just like Euro set. Some nice theming. Here we go, we're about to go outside. Finally, that lift takes forever. Quite high. Oh, that's warm. There we go. Oh, front row. Oh, wow. Voltron below us. You got a silver star to the left. Hello. Oh, Blue Fire's open. Yes. That's important. Yes, Blue Fire's open. There's a long walk from here though. Jesus, that's rough. It's very shaky. Jeez. Jesus Christ, that's very shaky. Not as bad as I thought it was, but yeah, shaky. Not gonna lie, I'm glad that ride's going. Yes, it's iconic. You got the towers there. You got the spiral lift. Like I said, I wasn't much a fan of that. But yeah, that gets drawn out, doesn't it? The spiral lift. It goes on forever. Just when you think you're to the top of the lift, it keeps going. There's a couple more revolutions. But yeah, it goes around the top there quite a few times. Quite quick on some of the turns, but I wish those were all spinning at the top. You get bits here and there, but you don't even get any down the bottom here. And I think maybe, is there a reason why they're getting rid of it? Is it too intense? Is it too sudden? Is the brake run too sharp? All these things I'm thinking of that make people not like it. Is it the maintenance? I'm not sure. I'm not sure why they're getting rid of it, because it is iconic, even if you don't like it. I haven't got the best view here. I only went about 15 to 20 minutes there. Got some of the track here, some of the most intense moments. This is where it really starts getting intense. From up there, you might be able to see through that the really intense moment into the brake run. And that's another thing. It's so sharp. It reminds me of one of the rattlesnake brake run at Chessington. Yes, totally different rides. But yeah, it's kind of funny how it's so sharp. Yeah, I don't know how to put that into words, that ride. It's solid. I'd go on it once a day, maybe. I wouldn't go round again, rush round again. I think 15 to 20 minutes is about enough for me for that ride. Here's another view without the trees in the way. And there's that brake run. I'm going to go and have a go on this sleigh ride, dark ride, which is right next door in the area. I don't know if they're going to re-theme that either. That's part of the same area. It's right next door to the Panorama train station in the Russian area. Yeah, let's go and make our way over there. And they just announced, just before I start this clip, that the park is open till 8:30. Even later than my check-in day, so I don't think I've ever seen the park open that late. Not even last winter season when I was here, so yeah, I wasn't planning on staying till 8:30, but I always plan my days until about 7. But I've got an hour and a half extra now, so I don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah, I sounded a bit excited then. Yeah, let's go on this sleigh ride. I think, is it called Sleigh Ride Snowflake? I'm not entirely sure, because I don't think they have a proper sign outdoors. It's kind of hidden. It's a nice little cute dark ride. It's not one of the most advanced, but it's nice and fun. Normally only maximum 10 minutes. Every time I've gone on it though, it's been walk-ons, so yeah, only a short wait. Might as well do it. Yeah, see the nice cute ride vehicles there. Yeah, it's a nice and quick ride. Something nice to do. And here we go, the winter version of It's a Small World. It gives you that vibe if you've ever been on this. Oh, look at that, nice Christmas touches. I love the animatronics, they're so basic, aren't they? That's why it reminds me of It's a Small World. It's actually really stunning. It's so charming as well. Is that the right word for it? I'm not entirely sure. Look at it. Is that the Taj Mahal? For some reason I thought that was the Taj Mahal. Now, Europa Park has a number of transportation rides. You've got the EP Express, the monorail, you've got a panorama train. And here we are. Here's the monorail. It was walk on last time, so we've got a little bit of a wait. But yeah, it's just that music in the background. It's just a lovely vibe, isn't it? It's very magical. I think that's the Coliseum Hotel, actually. Yeah. There you go. Look at the lights. The Christmas lights on the monorail. Yeah, there's plenty of them going on. Plenty of vehicles. For plenty of people. Yeah, it's quite busy. I say busy for Europa Park for winter season crowd levels. It is quite busy, but it's still the wait times are hardly long. I can't really complain. And as an enthusiast, it's always nice getting up and close. So how rides work. You've got the track here for the monorail. You've got, of course, the food loop. How can I forget the food loop? There's the food loop there. Of course, you've got roller coaster restaurant back at Alton Towers at home. But I've heard this one's really good. Yeah, it's just a very nice place to be, isn't it? Yeah, I was planning on going on Grab Adventure, the gameplay theatre, but it's gone up to 25 minutes, so I'm not so sure I'm going to ride that today. Maybe later on, but I might have to save that for day 2. And here we go. I managed to get to the front of the train, but I haven't got any other people with me, so here we go. I'll let you enjoy with me talking here and there. Oh, look at that, yeah. Forgot to mention they got a pyramid of Christmas presents. I saw that on my check-in day. I thought, wow, that's really good. I think that's different from last year. I'm not entirely sure. Now here's one ride that I can't ride.
Ich freue mich auf die gemeinsame Reise in der Monorail über unser englisches Viertel, den großen See in Österreich, vorbei an Skandinavien und dem portugiesischen Themenbereich bis hin zur Station in Island. Das wird fantastisch. Edda, begrüßt du unsere französischen Gäste?
Bonjour à tous. Je me réjouis aussi de notre voyage en monorail à travers notre quartier anglais, le Grand Lac en Autriche, la Scandinavie et le quartier portugais jusqu'à la station en Islande.
Thanks, Edda. Welcome to the ride on our monorail.
This is absolutely stunning, going through the England area, and you go back on yourself really. It's quite a long ride. So you come up to the Austria area down here. You've got Josephina's, which is one of my personal favourites at the park. You've got Fireworks of Memories, which it's going to be on the lake at 5:45 today. Although I do expect them to put another show in, like they did last night. Because of the park opening now, it's staying open until 7:30. Oh, it's just so much good theming. It looks this good in the day. You wait until you see it all at night. I'll walk around the entire park, just showing you all the decorations and the magical lights and the magical atmosphere of this park. It's just, and Josephina's goes underneath there, which is pretty cool. As you can see, that's where the Firework of Memories show is. I was having a look yesterday to see where a good spot would be, and I think a good spot would probably be right down there on the shoreline. Oh, it didn't focus. Oh, there's a little platform area down there as well. Got to get there about 20 minutes before, 15-20 minutes. You got food loop over there. Yeah, over in that direction you also got Voltron as well. And this is the Austria area. I just love the Christmas trees. They're not all normal colours out there, some of them are white. And down here, you've got Tyrrell Log Flume down there on the left as well. That's still open during the winter. And there's the Scandinavia entrance down there. I say entrance, but it's sort of like the walkway into the area. You've got Snorri, you've got the Winter Village up there as well. A few animal lovers. Yeah, it's a great ride. It is. Oh, I smell, oh, that's lovely. That smells really nice. I think it's coming from down there. You got Windjammer down there, and then fuel drafting isn't open during the event, so that's alright. Yeah, Windjammer, I don't know how to pronounce it. Oh, blue fire and then fog over there. I didn't expect it to be this foggy this late in the day, but here we are. You got the Bellevue Ferris wheel there. It's the temporary one they bring in just for the winter season. It's super high. I think it's about 200 feet in the air, if I'm not mistaken. And of course it's there because a super splash isn't open, as you can see, which is, it wouldn't be able to open, would it? Look. It's absolutely huge. Yes, lovely ride.
Bien sûr, vous pouvez aussi rester assis et retourner à notre station Place du Luxembourg pour découvrir l'attraction Grand Prix Adventure.
Next stop, Iceland.
And here we have the Nordic Winter Village, a bit closer up than we were just about a few minutes ago. I think maybe this wasn't here last year. I can't remember it being there. It's part of the Winter Village, of course. You got the ice rink, which I think they might have a certain opening time because they're still working on it at the moment. Yeah, this area's probably got the most Christmas trees.
Hallo, hier ist Ed.
There's the voice again.
Ich freue mich auf unsere Reise in der Monorail quer durch Skandinavien. Vorbei an der norwegischen Stabkirche und dem holländischen Themenbereich bis zur Station am Luxemburger Platz. Mit unserer Familienattraktion Grand Prix Adventure. Juhu! Edda, freust du dich auch?
Bonjour!
Right next door to the food loop and the monorail exit, you've got the Holland area. Pirates and Batavia down here, of course, one of my favourite ever rides, whatever dark rides that is. Yeah, it gets very claustrophobic and very chaotic around here. And that's the longest I've ever seen Pirates and Batavia. The queue line is actually outside the building. So I might have to wait until later on to ride this actually. Because while I love the ride, I feel like I don't really want to be waiting that long because normally when it's outside here, it's probably about 30 minutes. And I think it is. It says 25 minutes at the moment. So maybe go ride some more coasters. It feels like a while since I got on a coaster, since I was on Voltron. So yeah, let's make our way through this lovely little shortcut and you'll see this shark that I really like. It's a great piece of theming. It's like kind of iconic at the park really. Got a nice little shop there, the junior club stuff. Oh, it's nice and warm. So I walk past that door, I've got a waft of warm air. Yeah, for some reason it got colder in the last couple of hours. So yeah, here we are, here's that shark. Yeah, it's nice to see that again. It's a great photo opportunity. Yeah, absolutely. It's just so nice to be back here. It's just so, I just love being here. It's amazing. Even if you're just walking around the park, you don't even have to be riding something. So many different paths, so many different winding paths that go to places that are hidden. And here we are in Scandinavia. You saw this on the monorail. Now I'm expecting Snorri Torren to be not a walk on like it normally is. So it's normally a sign that the park's busy when the opening hours are extended, like I mentioned. So yeah, let's just walk through here. Might have to throw my plan out the window. It's gone to schedule so far. The Scandinavia is absolutely gorgeous. This, along with the Germany architecture, is my favourite. And while I love every area, like nearly equally, this one just takes it really. All the different colours, the wooden planks. It's just how they look really. I've been to Sweden technically, but it was only Liseberg and Gothenburg, so I've never really got back out into the sticks really. Yeah, this is what I imagine Scandinavian countries look like. You've got all the different flags. Sweden there, you got Iceland down there, people standing on your feet. I do notice that a lot over in mainland Europe, they do tend to knock into you quite a lot. which I'm not a massive fan of. But yeah, let's see what happens. The queue times might get longer now. I'm hoping tomorrow, which is a Monday, as I'm filming it, is 21st, so I'm hoping the 2 days before the park closes for Christmas aren't as busy, because I can't really remember what it was like last year. So let's see if Snorri's, well, I'll say maybe a 10-minute wait is acceptable for that. It says 1 minute. Is that 1 minute? I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, there we go. I'm looking at a coin machine. And even closer to the Nordic Winter Village here. I think it's part of the Winter Village, isn't it? Because over on the left side, throughout the, you know, like the stalls and stuff are. Here you got the ice rink. They're still brushing the ice over there. And everyone's waiting with their skates on. I've never actually been ice skating, and I'm terrified of falling over and getting my hand caught or something. But I'm walking down what is normally the forward rafting queue line. So yeah, very chilly. My hands are freezing. I should have brought my gloves. That's one thing I forgot, along with my drawstring bag back from home. Like, I wish I'd brought them. Another thing about the monorail is it's quite shaky. If you've ever been on it, it's quite shaky. So trying to take pictures can be quite difficult. So yeah, I'm just so happy to be here. It's almost like I need not to be vlogging really and just taking it all in. So I'm not sure there'll be a day 2 vlog. You'll know by now, there probably will be, but yeah, I just want to spend a day where I'm not got a camera out. As much as I love vlogging for you guys and taking everything in, showing off the park to the masses, I sometimes wish I just took all in myself in person, take it all a leisurely stroll, not having to force everything in. The big wheel there, yeah. And I feel this is the part of the day. It's just going to go haywire now. May do something that's on my list and may not, but yeah. Still brushing the ice. Yeah, I'm terrified of ice skating. I'm probably never going to try it. So yeah, let's move on. Let's get into the area of Iceland and see what the queue lines are like for our Blue Fire and WODAN, because I suspect they're probably around half an hour if I had to gauge of the crowd levels. I'm making my way down this single right there for Blue Fire, and I've never ever seen the queue on the right, which is the main queue, out towards the entrance of the building. It says half an hour, but I don't quite believe it, and I may be walking backwards when I find the single rider is out of the buildings, but also we'll see what happens. Yeah, I've never ever in any of my 5 visits here seen the queue this far out. So yeah, it was having reliability issues last time I was here, but yeah, it does fix itself pretty quick. But yeah, I'm going to suspect, like, unlike yesterday on my check-in day for the hotel, I'm going to suspect I'm not on this ride within 5 minutes. So yeah, it's a very action-packed vlog for the first half of the day, but I kind of feel like everyone's going to be rushing to get loads of rides in now before everyone goes home for Christmas. That's what I'm hoping people do, so I've got the next 2 days nice and pretty. Again, and I'm not taking the camera on this one. I have got the on-ride POVs from the rides, so you don't want me waffling on the ride, do you? You want to see what the ride's about. Sometimes, when I feel like I need out, I'll get the camera on like Voltron the start of the day, and maybe at the end of the day, I'll get a new POV, but we'll see what happens. In the moment, I might just decide to use my action cam, I don't know. Well, fine, I'll just go with the flow, really.
Achtung, jetzt haben wir ein Problem.
I absolutely love Blue Fire. Yes, it's not one of the best coasters in the world anymore, but it's still a great ride. As the overbank there at the start after the launch, the theming in the pre-show. I say pre-show, but it's some show scenes before you get into the launch. I love the alarm, the smoke, then you launch through the smoke or the mist, you can call it, but I absolutely love it. It's such a great ride, and yes, it could be more thrilling, but it's an older ride. It's set the stage for all these bigger rides, the Mack rides a bit out. You got Voltron, you got all sorts of big Mack thrill rides. Hyperion, how can I forget that? It's set the stage for a lot of them, and you got Helix, of course, and all the others around the world. I absolutely love it. It's always going to be special because of what it did. It helped pave the way for all of those. So yeah, it's a great ride, great people here as well, because it goes through them so quick. It's not even running. Was it the full amount of trains? I think it's 4 trains. I'm not sure if it's running 4 now yet. There's some sort of weird thing going on now. How they got to unload in the loading station as well. So they can't really unload you, sorry, in the normal unloading station, even if you stop there. Kind of a weird system. It was the same yesterday. Maybe they're doing maintenance on one of the trains. But yeah, overall it's a really solid ride, but it paved the way for a lot better ones. And as soon as you exit Blue Fire, you're right near one of the best wooden coasters and best coasters in the world at that. WODAN Timber Coaster. I love this. In July they had like a mister effect going on underneath this archway here. It's really nice. Obviously not needed now. Great interaction with Blue Fire as well. I love that element. I kind of forget, when you're going through that element, you kind of forget that WODAN's intertwined with it. I think single ride is open. Yeah, single rider. What's the main queue? 35 minutes. We're going to go through this single rider today, I feel like. Yeah, the main queue's got some good theming indoor in like the cave areas, but yeah, maybe show you tomorrow. Yeah, when I have a night ride tomorrow, I'll probably show you that. So I don't want to put everything in this vlog, so I don't want to go hell for leather because it does knacker me out. Oh, there we go. Station fly through. I think that's the station fly through anyway. But yeah, if I go hell for leather, it's too loud. It's way too loud. Yeah, if I go hell for leather, I normally knacker myself out. So as much as I want to show you everything in one day, I can't really do that. I got to space it out to be easy on my body. As much as I'd like to wait and show you what that theming is, 35 minutes. So for my mental capacity, I'm just gonna try and get on pretty quick. I'll show you the theming tomorrow. There you go. They replaced a lot of the track. I don't know if it's Titan track. Is it Titan track? I'm not entirely sure. Or is it RMC 208? I'm not really sure, but maybe we'll find it out. It's so loud. So loud. Ready, steady. And then it'll quiet down. About halfway up the lift it where it stopped. Oh, there we go. Absolutely fantastic, non-stop from start to finish. Even when you're leaving the station, going over that retrack bit, yeah, on your side, loads of twists and turns. Love the pre-drop with the flames at the top of the hill. And I just love how it's all intertwined and so quick and everything. And it's probably not actually technically that quick on paper, but when you're on the ride, it feels like you're going 100 miles an hour everywhere and all the way until you hit that final brake run. I just love the quick changes of direction. It's my kind of ride. It's very intense, and I don't normally like really extreme rides like that in terms of sudden movements and forces, but for some reason I like that. And you'd think I'd like all rides, being a roller coaster enthusiast, but yeah, some rides can really get on my nerves, and that one isn't, and that's one of the crazy rides that I really like. I just love how aggressive it is. You can't really get around all of the ride at the moment because they're doing maintenance on Atlantic and Super Splash. You can't really get all the off-road shots, but yeah, as you can probably hear behind me, the operations are phenomenal. It's 35 minutes in the main queue. I waited about 15 minutes in single rider, and also one thing, there it goes again. One thing I'd like to know as well, you've got the heads in the station that turn. I don't know if it's as the train comes in or the train leaves the station, but it's just absolutely crazy detail. And this is stuff they didn't need to do. This is, I think it's 2012, this ride, so 13 years old. Not one of the newest, but not one of the oldest either. So got plenty of years ahead for WODAN, for people to enjoy it. It's just such a crazy ride, one of the best in the world, and probably my favourite wooden coaster. What am I doing? Another water ride. Tyrol Loglim here in Austria. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. There's a German version of that, but here we are. Normally you can't enter it down there, a bit further down, but here we are. Don't know if I said that twice there, but yeah, here's the entrance. 3 times. Here we are, here we are, here we are. It's about 4:30 now, so it's getting a bit darker, but it's already been a bit overcast, so I said a bit, it's been a lot overcast, so yeah, it's one of my favourite stations at Christmas. I only do it once a day maximum. As much as I like it, it intertwines very well with Alpine Express, and it's got some great lighting as well. They're basic lights, but they're like all strung everywhere, aren't they? Around the up cabin there, over the bridge. Yeah, not to mention that you do walk over that. So yeah, I did get a boat to myself last year. It's never normally that busy anyway. It gets a bit busier in the summer cities, but not too busy. Like any ride here, I don't think I've seen any ride over an hour other than Voltron. I can't remember anywhere. I might be wrong, but see a bit of the trough there. Yeah, you got all the caves and all the theming around Alpine Express and around this ride. And I'm glad they keep it open because it's definitely busier than Poseidon. Even though I think you get more wet on this one. It's crazy what us enthusiasts will do, isn't it? Water rides in the winter. Beside it, and now there's Tyrol Loch Flume. Here in the Austria-themed area is Europa Park. Absolutely amazing. It's a really good water ride. It's like back home, we've hardly got any log flumes now. We got rid of the one at Alton Towers. We got a big water ride called Tidal Wave back at Voltron Park, but yeah, these traditional log flumes are not around much more back home in the UK. They're a lot more widespread over in Europe. You've got a lot in the US as well, but this one's really well themed. And of course, I had that incident a few years ago now, along with Alpine Express. Yeah, this area looks like new. Not that I know this area beforehand, but the trot-off here, got all the theming around the trot-off. Most parks wouldn't even theme that, but Europa Park do. And the station building with Alpine Express over there. Constant boats going around. I don't know if they take boats off for the winter season or not. Like Poseidon, they take quite a few off. But yeah, 2 lift hills. You go through the rock work, you got that cave scene. You would have seen the POV from previous visits. There's a bit of a factor in that chestnut on over 2 jackets that I choose not to. I'm not that insightful anyway, so you're not getting that much useful information from on ride. Yeah, I'd like to show you what the ride's like. You don't need me waffling on. Yeah, I'm probably going to get Alpine Express and just have a look around the areas first. Have a little bit more relaxing time now. I've got about 45 minutes until I make my way to get a spot for Firework of Memories. That's on Lake Europe. And that's in this area actually. Again, I'm still talking a bit quick. Eventually I'll get used to that and get used to vlogging probably. I've been doing this for 2 years, you'd think I know. But yeah, that's the exit to the log flume. And there's the Christmas trees. Oh look, there's one without lights. Oh, naughty, naughty Europa Park.
Das sind ja ganz viele Gäste.
Oh oui, tu as raison. Il y a tellement d'invités. Tu crois qu'ils savent ce que la boule de neige peut faire?
Du meinst, die Schneekugel kann etwas Besonderes?
Oui, bien sûr. Oh, regarde, ça brille là-bas.
Die Schneekugel leuchtet auch. Meinst du, das hat etwas zu bedeuten?
Oui, je pense que la boule de neige doit être posée là-dessus.
Well, that was absolutely wonderful. I'm sorry about the lighting on my face, but yeah, the show was amazing. About 10 minutes long. We had fireworks, lighting effects, we had Ed and Edda on the stage. I thought there was more characters coming out, but yeah, I was totally wrong on that in that regard. So yeah, amazing show. It's all to do with memories, of course. Literally what it says on the tin, really, Firework of Memories. You had Ed and Edda looking at the screen, as you could see on the footage there. I try to show as much as I can, because you know how finicky they can get with Christmas music on YouTube, so I have to be a bit careful. But yeah, overall a really good show there. The lighting's just fantastic in this park, no matter what area you go to. Just amazing. The music with the lighting effects, the fireworks above that truss behind the stage is really good. I always wondered at this park, how do they move the crowd around behind there? Because I was walking along that path behind that truss yesterday. I didn't watch the show, but do the fireworks embers fall down? I don't know, but overall a really good show. Pretty solid, not one of my favourites, but it's a nice one to watch. There is another show in about an hour and a quarter, 7:15, so maybe watch that, but I've still got 2 more days. I want to watch that off camera as well, and take more pictures It's just a very cute, beautiful, I don't know if cute's the right word, but a very beautiful show. It doesn't have to be special because they have so many offerings at this park that not everyone needs to be world class. That isn't, don't get me wrong, but it's really good and I loved it. I forgot to say really, there's nothing really else in the show other than the Memories part, so yeah, it's good for what it is. But yeah, maybe something else, maybe some more characters. You had Ed and Edit, like I said in that overview there. But I would have liked something more now stage there, because they were just staring at the screen back there, some sort of projection. So yeah, really good. Now Josephina's was running, you might have been able to notice in the footage there, it was running during the show. Not with people on it, but now I've got people on it, which is good, it's safe to do that. Now I'm still figuring in the back of my head, what do they do with that path back there? Because there's a path running down there, and you got Arthur, and that leads down towards England as well. Do they shut that off for 10 minutes? I don't know. But let's make our way over to France. I wonder what Miracle do. The projection mapping show on the Eurosat Sphere. We've got about 10 to 15 minutes. I don't normally go back to back with shows, but yeah. Again, 8:30 closing. I may not stay until 8:30. You don't have to. Don't feel pressure. Just because the park says it's closing at a certain time, maybe your body tells you that you need to do something. That's a word of advice from me. I've said it multiple times. You got to listen to your body. And I've gone back to my hotel room 3 or 4 hours before and not taken advantage of all the park hours. But yeah, you see the lighting's changed now. Now we're not next to the lake. I'm afraid this vlog's going to be one of my longest. I thought my Epic Universe vlogs were longer. This may be slightly more epic, as you could say. So yeah, all these things are temporary for the winter season, and you won't see any of these during the rest of the year. But as you can tell, the lighting's different, but just look, it's stunning. Again, I'm going to sound like a broken record. I wish you could see what my actual eyes are seeing. Yes, it's stunning through the camera lens, but not as much as it would be if you could see everything in actual person. But yeah, I don't know which way to go. Now, I still get a bit lost sometimes. You'll be surprised at how big this park is. Yeah, Mr. Waffle is still waffling. Maybe waffle some more later, shall I? It's time for another ride on Voltron. Here we go. Final ride of the day. It's not quite 8:30, but you don't need to stay at the park for the whole park day. But it is pretty close anyway. Might be able to get 1 or 2 rides on, but it just depends how I fit it really. I can't guarantee that I'll do multiple re-rides. Some people, like I said earlier, do multiple. One after the other. There's the vertical launch. It's got that unique LSM sound as well, so you know exactly when it's going to come round. Yeah, you got the normal queue down there. You got a virtual line, then you got a single rider to the left. So, yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I cannot wait. Like, every time I've gone down single rider, we're in more than 10 minutes, and that's where the whole stairs filled up. So I may delay getting the card for the locker. You know the locker is like where you have to tap the thing to activate it. I may delay that just so. Show me. Come on, I can't remember what interval it was on. And that's where the screen is for the brake run. I think they changed that a couple of times. They have the Mac family. In fact, they still got a couple of Mac family members on there, I think. Then you got loads. It's not, obviously it's virtual. Yeah, single ride is all the way down to the bottom, so we'll wait a few minutes, see what happens. And then that's where the trick track element is, and the launch into the vertical launch as well. I love how it goes up and down.
Dies ist das Ende des Dampfzeitalters. Der Voltron befördert uns bald in Sekundenschnelle in Form elektrischer Blitze.
Hello. That's really good. I love that animatronic. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but that used to be around here, but they put some more cow paddings though. That looks quite funny, doesn't it? Because that's the batching point. Single rider batches there. But this morning though, they had a barrier up so you could just funnel through. Yeah, that's where they batch you. The main queue's there. All the lockers are here. And then you make your way up there, up some more stairs. Yeah, I don't know, is it 10 or 15 minutes? Got the Tesla coils up here. Oh, there we go. There's no smoke. Really wanted the smoke on all the mist. That's a shame. Oh, wow, top hat. Definitely smoother. I've had a fantastic day here at Europa Park. My first full day of the trip. Done loads of rides today. I had 2 rides on Voltron. I've been on Blue Fire, WODAN, been on all sorts, Josephine, Tira Log Fruit, you name it. And there's still a lot more to do. And I've still not decided if I'm doing a day 2 vlog, but I'm sure I'll let you know. You'll find out when I don't upload a second video. But yeah, I've had a fantastic day, checking out all the Christmas lights, trees, decorations, checking out all the shows, Fireworks of Memories, Miracle on the Eurostats bit, nearly butchered that name there. But yeah, absolutely great day. I found a little secluded area here at the back of the Croatia area. And yeah, it's not too noisy, but you still got loads of Voltron trains going around with the great operations on there. And that last ride on it was absolutely amazing. Yes, I didn't do a fresh PVA, which I was really gutted about when I got off, because that was one of my best ever rides on there. On an outside seat, front row, got all the lovely lighting around the tower above the turntable, and all the other elements just hit, don't they, combined. Not one hits, like, not like I said earlier, not one is one of my favourites, but all of them put together is really nice. It's the versions and the elements together, unlike Smiler, it actually works here because it's not right next to each other. It's just really good. I absolutely love it, and just, yeah, I keep going back for Voltron even though I have bad rides on it, so something must be working well. But yeah, the rest of the park's fantastic. You know my thoughts on all of those, so rewriting if you want to see my thoughts on any ride I did today. But yeah, I'm glad I didn't get a silver star in rides like that, but you can't do everything in a day here at Europa Park. It'd be really hard to do that. In fact, you can't do that unless literally you walk quick. Every ride walk on, yeah, that's the only way it'll work. It's a bare minimum 2-day park, I think, here. And I got 3 days, so the last day will probably be a relaxed day. Tomorrow maybe a vlog day, which will be the 22nd I'll film it on, if I do. But yeah, overall it's been a great day, and I hope you enjoyed tagging along and hear my thoughts on the rides. I love this park, 5 visitors, second time at winter season here at Europa Park, and yeah, all great, fantastic day. And thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.